So this lecture refers, or this clip refers to specifically lecture 2, forces, and particularly vector. So this lecture refers, or this clip refers to specifically lecture 2, forces, and particularly vector and scalar quantities, the differences, and then how you'd add a vector quantity with either a parallelogram or a tip-to-tail method. So a vector quantity is a quantity that has both a magnitude, a size, but also a direction associated with it. Could be positive or negative depending on the direction. So the examples include force, velocity, displacement. There are two methods of adding these together, if in simple terms. One of them is the Parallelogram Rule. The other is called the tip-to-tail method in the lecture slides. The Parallelogram method, if we imagine I have a force A and a force B. The Parallelogram method says we join those together at one end. We fill in the other two sides of our parallelogram and then join the starting point to the final corner, and that's our resultant force. The tip-to-tail method says we take force A and then we join the tip of force A to the tail of force B, and then we join the starting point to the end point, and that's our resultant force. And you can see they're very, very similar techniques. The tip-to-tail method is useful if you've got more than two forces that you want to add together graphically, i.e. in a diagram, and you want to do it in one step. The parallelogram method, you have to do it in more than one step. Normally when you're representing a vector magnitude, a vector quantity in text, you would normally underline it. So for example, sometimes you may see it written with a little top hat on it, and in the lecture slides they are shown as bold and in italic and in a green font usually. So that refers specifically to lecture 2, forces, scalar and vector quantities, and how to use the parallelogram and the tip-to-tail methods to add them graphically.